All right, this is Happy Hour. We are calling Chad Zumock, who is the host of the Sit Down Zumock podcast. Chad Zumock, what's up, dude?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro, you sound good. What's up, man?
Joining us in studio, we're doing a swapcast. We got Crystal Chats and Paul Antonio.
What's up, guys?
What's up? What up, Brian?
Just hanging out.
So you got to put them on your podcast description too, okay?
Whenever they want to come on the show, they are more than
They're
invited.
on right now. They're on right now.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Is your Instagram Ryan Hoppe?
Ryan Hoppe Radio. I want that Ryan Hoppe name, but there's some person that will not give it up, so I have to use Ryan Hoppe Radio.
We need a sick X's fans on the guy that has the handle to give it up.
Yeah, Chad. Chad, what happened with that? So you pissed off. You don't even need to say the name of the rapper, like XXX. That's what I call him because I don't want to give him the time of day. What happened?
I can't say the name of the rapper because I can't pronounce it.
That's kind of my thing too. Is I just pretend that I don't care, but I just don't know how to say it. But what happened last week? You like pissed off a bunch of losers.
Crystal, you know how do you pronounce that guy's name?
It's like XXX Tentacion.
Tentacion?
Extension. It's that's the best I can do.
Tentacion. Yeah. So long story short, we talked about it at the top of my podcast. Basically, there was a comedian, Dina Haslam. She's a friend of mine from Los Angeles. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me, Ryan?
Yeah, you sound good, bro.
She's a friend of mine. We've worked together, and she told a joke on Comedy Central. And basically the joke was about this rapper who was tragically killed last year. He was carrying $50,000 cash to buy a car. He was murdered. And her joke was all she could think of was Venmo. It'd be a good commercial for Venmo. And it's not saying anything bad about him, but unfortunately his dumb fans, they feel this need that they need to rally behind this domestic abuser, this no talent, and they have to defend his honor. So what they try to do is they try to hijack and send death threats to people on Twitter. And with me, one of the fans basically broke into my account, stole the username, bypassed the phone code, and I was out of my account for an entire week. Luckily, the fans stepped up, got my Twitter back, and it was a scary situation, but this could happen to anybody. It's not like a prank. It's a fucking crime. They broke into my Twitter. It's like breaking into a house, breaking into a car. It's serious shit.
Dude, you sound like those girls from like 2 months ago that were like bitching that they lost their account and they were like crying. Remember that? There's that one girl that's like an influencer. There is an influencer girl. Let me see if I can pull up the video, dude. You sound just like that. I get what you mean, though, about like having your account taken from you. Because then it's like, fuck, what do you do if you lose it?
Yeah.
Well, like I was talking to Crystal and Paul that, we do comedy. It's a part of our brand, part of our business. And, a couple of the emails I got, they said, we're sorry about your situation. Just start a new account. I'm like, no, fuck you. I've had this account since 2009. It's how I market things, how I interact with fans. I could advertise my shows. So social media right now for what we do is important. I hate doing it, but you have to do it. And,
dude,
the day I quit comedy is the day I'm done. Go ahead, Chris.
We were talking about how people are hiring people to do their social media because it's work,
Yeah, there's a lot of comics I know who have people doing their social media for them, and it's working. Nate Bargatze's one of them. He's blowing up on his own, even though he's on Netflix, but his social media is huge. People come out to the show. So any way you can get somebody to come out to the shows, you should do it.
That's very true, dude, because think about it this way, too. Websites don't really matter anymore. It's nice to have a website, but people want to know about what your fan base is on social media.
Yeah, it's a big thing. I was talking to comedian Godfrey yesterday, who's kind of has a big following through Instagram.
Yeah.
And, this guy's been, in my opinion, and not a lot of people will dispute it, is probably one of the best comics working. He's the best comic working, one of them. But, unfortunately, a lot of young people don't know who he is until he hit social media. Now they think this guy's a brilliant genius. But, no, he's always been funny. But you just found him through this vehicle that's Instagram.
100%. I want Instagram for like a phone instead of a phone number. It's like I even tell people that you're a better chance that I'm gonna respond to you on Instagram.
Yeah, you don't even get girls' numbers anymore. It's like, what's your handle? Mm-hmm. Back in the day, I used to get a girl's number and go home and dial on a rotary phone.
Dude.
But now it's DMs.
Chad, There's girls I've been talking to for a few months. I don't have their number. I talk to them through Snapchat. It's weird. Think about that.
Snapchat still?
Yeah, you snap back and forth or you message back and forth. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what Snapchat is.
There was a girl whose number I got. I didn't know her name for 3 weeks, and we went out. So it's a weird day and age that we live in.
Absolutely.
Here's what's weird is they don't want to give out their number because they want to be safe, but then they have their location on Snapchat, so like you can literally see where they're at. I would never do anything, but so many people leave their location on Snapchat. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes girls won't even give out their Instagram. What happened to the good old days when you could just follow them home? Zing! By the way, where's our show going to be, Paul, after that amazing joke I just broke?
August 28th, O'Donovan's Pub, downtown Pomona. Me, Chad, Jamie Kennedy, Craig Conan, and Alexis Prigo.
There it is.
Yeah.
Man, did you sell that shit.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I hype it up. Well, I'm like, who's his name? Jamie? That's who's going to be there.
I saw him at the Improv the other day. He crushed.
Oh, yeah, he's a killer.
And speaking of Tampa, where Ryan Hoppe is based out of, the Pone, I will be at Side Splitters with Jim Florentine Wednesday, September 25th to the 29th. Pick up your tickets, sidesplitters.com. We'll be on Mike Calta Thursday or Friday. We'll possibly be on Hoppy Hour again, right, Ryan?
Damn right, dude. You got to come on here in person. You got to come in. Because we did it. Man. We did it at that one place. What's that comedy club in Newport Richie? Like 3 years ago, Snappers Bar and Grill. Remember that? I interviewed you.
Yeah, I do.
Good times, man. Good times.
Yeah. No, Ryan is. We both had radio careers. It started in Cleveland, and he moved down to Tampa, and I'm in Los Angeles now. So, we've always, even before Ryan was in radio, like we would stay in touch. But he's a good guy. He has a popular. Isn't it Tampa's #1 podcast or something?
Something like that. I'm trying to make it bigger besides Tampa, but I do very well in Tampa. I can't complain. Chad, you're doing well, dude. I mean, think about it this way. Like, you went from just being known in Cleveland to all of a sudden going on every national radio show. I mean, that's pretty cool, dude.
Well, I'm Pat Oswald's favorite comic, and I think that's really what sets me aside from, the pack.
Dude.
Is I've been embraced by great comics like Ian Bagg, Pat Oswald, just guys who really understand what I'm trying to do on stage.
Makes sense, because when I think
it's a badge of honor.
When I think of great comedy, Ian Bagg just comes to my mind, dude. I wouldn't worry about it. And then Pat and Oswald.
I'm really disappointed I've never seen him.
He's a good comic.
Dude. Okay, Pat and Oswald, he was good on King of Queens or whatever, but all he does is bitch about Trump. And I'm not going to give my opinion on Trump, but it's like, Jesus Christ, he leads the pack. Him and Michael Ian Black on just crying all day about Trump. And it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
Just join Chelsea Handler and become an activist.
Yeah. Why do female comics, they get popular and they go crazy, they quit comedy and become activists? Like Chelsea, what the fuck are you doing?
She's on a book tour. It's actually awesome. She literally reads the first chapter of her book as the opener of her show. She was like, I'm going to read this first chapter to you, and she reads it. And that's her show. And then she sits down and has one of her girlfriends interview her. And that's her tour, yeah. And you get a free book. You get her book.
I guess you're her fan. I don't know.
You don't really have to write material.
I know.
I'm going to do that at the club, so I'm just going to recite the first 10 minutes of this podcast. I'll sell copies of it.
Yeah, I had something published a couple years back in a book called Look at My Striped Shirt. I'm just going to read that chapter that I wrote.
And she's a huge cannabis activist right now as well.
Really?
Yeah, she's pushing cannabis.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. She's the person.
On a limb, Chelsea.
Chad.
Wow. Way to rage against the machine, pushing cannabis.
She talks about because her breakdown came from Trump.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that's her whole thing.
Everyone's losing their fucking mind. Who cares?
Oh no!
I had Jimmy Schubert here.
Jimmy Schubert.
I got to interview him, and I didn't know his politics that well. So the entire time I was just like, and he was just like, everybody, Trump is sensitive, blah blah blah. But he's super on the other side about it. But I was like, they're annoying on both sides.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
Yeah.
So what do you got, Ryan?
Oh, I was going to say, she seems like the type of person, Chelsea, who takes 2 hits of a blunt and is like, oh my God, I am so high, and then just puts the blunt away and wants people to think that she's this huge pothead.
I mean, she did date 50 Cent. So.
Did she date 50 Cent?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That wasn't the start.
No, that was good stuff.
Dude, about a month ago, I was at the Four Seasons in Los Angeles, and I went in a steam room, and 50 Cent was standing there, and I'm just like, oh, this is weird. So we're in a steam room together. It's very odd. Very weird place to run into 50 Cent.
What's he
so
like?
I fucked him. I'm just kidding. No, he was just, hey, what's up? What's up? I mean, I saw the bullet holes and shit. It was pretty cool.
Did you really?
Yeah, he had his shirt off.
That's awesome, dude.
Masculine chest.
I always wonder, like, what are you doing there? Like, what were you doing there?
I was visiting a friend.
In the steam room?
I know,
Nah.
right?
No, my friend came in. He was staying at the Four Seasons, and we were poolside. And I said, "Well, we have access to the steam room. I'm going to go in there."
Okay.
And it worked out really well. So
Yeah, and then what the hell is 50 doing in there? You know?
that's a good question.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't answer. I can't.
Who are you visiting?
I can't speak on behalf of 50 Cent. I can't do it.
Okay. But you can fuck them.
I can. Now, is this a riveting interview or what? Because we're going to be wrapping up on our end. Where are we at, Paul?
55.
55. Okay, we got about 5 minutes. Ryan, is this what you needed?
This is great. I felt bad. There was like 2 times you guys were talking, and I was talking over you in the background because of my narcissism, so I'm just kind of letting it flow. You know what I mean? I had to make it about me, and then I'm like, wait, I'm on Chad's show. I'll shut up. So that's what I did.
Well, every radio show guy makes it about themselves, so don't feel bad about that.
There's some radio guys, when they do interviews over the phone, and maybe they're interviewing a comic or some alpha male figure, and the radio host is an alpha male figure. Dude, you can listen to these phone interviews, and for like 8 minutes, it's 2 dudes trying to be the loudest in the room. It is so cringeworthy. There's nothing worse than that.
Not like us, where we just shut down and yeah, cool, man. Yeah.
This is a really edgy show. We really pushed the line here.
All right, before we get to start a feud, who do you want to start a feud with?
Yeah, who's your feud with, Hoppe? Let's go.
I don't know. I gotta think of one. I gotta think of a way to get famous.
Every podcast, call someone out.
Yeah,
that's my new thing.
Because I have been thinking about that. I have to have my moment where I piss off people enough. Like, I've made the trades for interviewing Anthony and being the first show to have him say he'll never work with Opie again, but that's a side note. But what I'm saying is I haven't had my moment yet where, like, I've pissed off a person and they're like, oh my God, Ryan, Hoppe Radio is such a fuckhead, and then everybody adds me and listens. I'm kind of waiting for that moment, Chad.
Yeah, it's I've had those moments. I don't know if it serves you well, but sometimes you get the respect of your peers when you don't give a shit. But I don't actively try to shit on people. I'm not like, I got to have a legitimate thing behind it. Like, I'm not like looking to, okay, maybe this will get me some heat. Like, I actually believe in what I'm saying about somebody. Like that rapper, I thought he was terrible, and I hate what his fans did to my friend. So that's why I started shit with his fans.
Chad.
Patton, I don't agree with his, in my opinion, his whole political Hollywood kiss-ass attitude. That's just my opinion. I'm not speaking on your behalf, by the way.
Chad.
So, yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want me to play? I have Spotify over here. This song he has 1 billion listens.
A billion?
Yes. 1 billion listens. I will play like 5 seconds. I don't want you guys to go deaf.
Yeah.
If you ever try to let go,
And there we go. That's, dude, that has
Sad.
one.
It's called Sad?
Yeah.
You know this song? If you guys like this guy, I'm sorry.
I fucked to this song.
You fucked with this song?
Yeah, with tears running down my face.
Daddy issues in your eyes.
And doesn't he say suicide in the song?
Yeah.
Suicide. You die for the pussy.
Yeah.
You died for the pussy?
I killed myself for the pussy.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, I think that's the lyric. That's the hidden lyric. I killed myself for the pussy.
No, but he does say it. He goes, suicide.
I'm gonna get shot for $50,000 cash.
Dina Hashem, hit me up. Let's start a podcast.
Venmo is the way to go.
Ryan, where can people find you? We're gonna shut this bitch down.
I mean, you can add me on Twitter and social media at Ryan Hoppe Radio, but the most important thing is after you're done listening to Sit Down Zumock or the Joe Rogan show talking about Area 51, go to any...
Thank you for putting us in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Okay?
Any
That's
podcast...
exactly where I need to be.
Yes. You need to be talking about Area 51 for some reason. Go to any...
Yeah, what's going on with that? Everyone's going there?
Dude.
Yeah, they want to see the aliens.
Yeah, they're trying
Chad.
to break in. They just got to break into my family.
They're like, they can't stop 1 million of us.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Chad, so the dude that began that campaign is some like pothead 20-year-old from like Phoenix, Arizona, who was on Inside Edition last week, and he was just like, I don't know, I just wanted to make this Facebook page. So like everyone's freaking out over it, and it's some pothead that was high and bored at his house in Phoenix.
Everyone's losing their minds. It's great. It's Firefest Part 2. I'm in. I'm going to Area 51. All right, Ryan.
All right, thank you, bro.
Thanks for having us on the show.
Anytime,
Thank
dude.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
All right, see ya.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
All righty, that was Happy Hour on the Sit Down Zumock podcast. Oh, man. He likes to sit down a lot, and his name is Chad Zumock, and he was just on Happy Hour.